Well, check out the features on this little guy, because it's crazy, even though it's a pretty compact, nice little unit, with those 6 different modes, to multi-cook, to slow cook, to bake, to doing all of your rices, to steam, to keep warm. All of these modes are just one touch away. And you know, 2 quarts sounds like it's a small little guy, but it actually feeds 4 people. And I will say that even if it's rice or it's soup or it's even risotto that you can make. Now, here's the other thing. All of what's inside is so easy to clean. The DuraPan is something that is non-stick, super easy to clean, and this little guy couldn't be easier. I love the handle on it, so it's grab and go. No matter what it is that you're gonna wanna do, this is gonna help you do it all. This is brand new to the HSN Curtis Stone line, and it has been a slam dunk hit already today. We've got so many good colors, I can't wait to show them to you, because it's all about getting your favorite color so you can make sure it's on its way to you without having to wait for a back order, or these come back in stock when they get back in stock. Black, stone gray, white, turquoise. I love this midnight blue, isn't that so pretty? Down below, we've got hunter green. We also have that really soft lavender, it's called mulberry, and we have the red. Red and black are the #1 and #2 best seller. By the way, you get this little container so you can go ahead and measure out how much rice or how much water or how much broth you're gonna use, depending on which one of the recipes you might wanna make next. From chicken and dumplings to chili, this has been incredibly popular. This cookbook, I'm gonna put the item number up on the screen throughout the show. I highly recommend getting it. There it is, 746170. Look at all the great pictures and pages of ideas. From breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, drinks, appetizers. My goodness, that's a plethora of information for you and lots of inspiration as well. Thanks to the one, the only Chef Curtis Stone, who is joining us from his winery out in California today on Skype. It's so nice to have you. And what a treat to be with you again today, Chef Curtis Stone.
It's so nice to be back. Listen, you guys, I'm so excited for you to pick this up, and the amazing ways that you can cook. You'll be doing soups and stews and braises and rice dishes, all sorts of grains and pulses. Oatmeal, you'll be boiling your eggs, you'll be steaming, you'll be baking. There is so many ways to cook. I'll forgive you for thinking it looks like a rice cooker, but it is not. It is the ultimate multi-cooker, and this is the book to prove it. Like you just said, Callie, when you flick through here, you see all of these wonderful desserts and beautiful beverages. There's all sorts of really, really delicious foods in here. Even these deviled eggs are so, so fun. Okay, I'm gonna put it down and I'm gonna start cooking, because once you see what's possible, it will blow your mind. Now, let's just start with something that I hope never happens to you again, because we've all tried to cook rice before and it comes out looking like this. And you're like, oh, it looks a little bit, it's kind of lumpy and claggy. And then when you dig in, did you burn it? Did you not? I can't even get down to the bottom. Oh no, goodness. Give me a stainless steel spoon, will you, Gaz? Just that one there, mate, will be fine. Thanks so much. I just want to show everybody that sometimes your rice will stick, and sometimes that burnt flavour is hard to ever get out of your pan. You've seen that before, right? It's happened to us all. It even happens to great chefs, trust me. So this, my friends, is the perfect vessel to cook rice in. And if you want your rice every single time, no questions asked, to look like this, well, you can. All I'm going to ask you to do is take your paddle, which we include for you, and just fluff the rice. And all that, you can do it with this with a fork as well, by the way. You're just going to go through the rice like that and just kind of cut through it like this, and that'll fluff the rice up. You'll then pick that up, bring it on over here. Now have a look at the difference between the rice that you're going to cook in my multi-cooker, and you can see how perfectly and fluffy it is, and just ask yourself, what would I rather? I'll tell you what I'd rather. I'd rather have the perfectly fluffy rice that we made right here. Now, we found the item number, and here it is. So this is the first time I'm able to really show you my grain dispenser.
Yes.
We're going to do it in the next hour. Now, you can actually, by the way, we've got a little funnel that helps you fill the top here, so you can put wild rice. I've got white rice.
Love this
I have quinoa. I have black beans. I've got the other was red quinoa. That's white quinoa. Here's some lentils.
There it is on the screen.
So you walk past all this stuff in the store,
880177.
and you wonder to yourself, what is it all?
That is such a good item. That's brand new. It is coming up next hour, but I highly recommend pick that up. I don't think we have enough to get through the presentation, so stick around for it, but get it early and then watch and learn. Okay, that's how you dispense. Awesome.
Well, pressing the button, and then I've just dispensed 2 cups
that's awesome.
of those grains. So that's my wild rice. I go ahead and dump it in, and then I dump in my water. So it's 2 cups to 2.5 cups of water. I go ahead, I drop my lid on, and then here's the fun part. This is so easy to use. There's 3 buttons. The first one is function, right? So you're just gonna toggle through all of the functions. There is slow cook, there is multi-cook, there is bake, there is rice, there is steam, and then there's keep warm. So I'm gonna choose the actually I'll go through and I'll choose the rice. Let me do it correctly. And then you press the next button, which is start. It's that simple. Now the third button, which is a delay or timer, you can either use it as a traditional timer or you can use it on delay. What delay means is I can delay it up to 12 hours. So I can leave the house, go to work, come back. If I've delayed the cook time for 10 minutes, let's say I put that rice and water in, I leave, I come back 10 hours later, my rice is already cooked, or my stew, or my curry, or whatever it is that I'm doing, and I'm gonna get into that. But here's a problem, Callie. We started the day with nearly 10,000 of my steamers. I told you this would sell out really quickly. I've got 1,200.
That's it.
Okay?
I'm
I
so
also
glad
have
you mentioned that.
1,200 of that grain dispenser.
In fact, let me
both
put
gonna
that
sell
up
out
on
in
the
this
screen
show.
too, because it's really important if you want that steamer insert. This is going to be the last show that you have a chance to do it. So we'll put that up on the screen. There it is, 878-817. Do want to give you a quick heads up here, folks, based on how popular this is. Last call on the Midnight Blue. Last call on the Midnight Blue. We have 300 remaining. The next to go is going to be the white. So if either of those are of interest to you, grab them in this show. In addition to that, I cannot recommend enough. Even if you get this book for just there's a risotto recipe in here that I'm absolutely dying to try. But I mean everything, because a lot of things are really tricky. But with this, you can see there's all the ingredients, the measurements, the timing, and everything that you need to be able to touch a button, walk away, and come back and it's done. Look at desserts, the moist cakes that you can make in here. To your point, Chef, this is way more than a rice cooker, even though it does rice to perfection, no matter what kind of rice it is. Beans as well, as you just showed us.
We've even put these little clips on the side here that just mean that you can transport it really easily, because I know you want to be taking this everywhere with you. I'm going to remove the lid and show you something really cool. Look at these mashed potatoes. Now, of course, mashed potatoes are only good if you don't have to clean up after them. At least that's what I say. And of course, because of the DuraPan, it's so easy. The cleanup virtually doesn't even exist. Let me just scrape that out. Have a look at my pan, and then let me show you the cleanup on it. I'm gonna just go around the edge like that, go in there with a towel, a couple of quick wipes, and look at that, my pan's spotless. Now you can throw it in the dishwasher, but it is so easy to do. Why would you bother? Okay, so there's my mashed potatoes. Come with me. I'm gonna show you my air fryer. This is my brand new French door air fryer. It is the first time we've ever brought it to you. I've actually got meatballs, and you're asking yourself, but hold on, isn't that the bowl out of the multi-cooker? Yes, it is. You can do this yesterday, and then you can warm it through there in your beautiful air fryer or stick it in the oven. And now I'm doing my mashed potatoes and meatballs. I'm gonna finish those with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little bit of parsley. I tell you what, this is my kid's absolute favorite. Now, here's the cool thing. If you wanted to pick up multiple bowls, you can. We sell these as a set of 2 for that very reason. So you can cook in it today and then stick it in the fridge or the freezer with those silicone tops on. And then when you want to reheat, all you're going to do is remove that silicone cover, stick it in your air fryer or your oven, warm it up, and then you can use one of your other bowls to be cooking the rice or the potatoes or using it as a steamer.
879-503. Yep. Every one of the extras that you may want to pick up are getting limited. Namely, again, the bowls have been super popular. This steamer insert, final quantities, like a little more than 1,000 of these to go around. And it fits perfectly in this multi-cooker that you're getting as our finest value of the day. I highly recommend, and I'm gonna say this 100 more times because this cookbook is so good, and we have sold thousands of them. When was the last time you had a Curtis Stone cookbook? He's written a number of cookbooks over the years, but this one is specific to using the multi-cooker and giving you ideas that are beyond your dreams. It's so much more than you expect, and that's what I love too. You push a button, as you showed us, walk away. It stops cooking when it knows that the food is done, the rice or the soup or whatever it is, and then it keeps everything warm until you're ready to eat it. So it's a great product for those of us who are busy. Life is busy when the kids get back in school and activities start again in the fall, and we're there. So I hope you can get it and all the comfort foods that you'll be able to make as well. Yum, yum, yum. What do you got next?
So here's the steamer. I've actually gone ahead and done my pot stickers. These are those gorgeous pot stickers. They're available too. We have them in pork and we have them in chicken. I'm going to go ahead and take them out. They're wonderful when you steam them because they get so juicy and succulent. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of those out. This is the stainless steel steamer attachment that we were talking about. It does come with that glass lid. We're down to 1,000. So if you want it, jump on in. By the way, when you purchase the pot stickers today, it is our daily deal drop. You also get this sriracha sauce. So it's a crazy, crazy deal, so you can skip the line. We are going to do a presentation on it, but if you want to jump ahead, please be my guest. Okay, Callie, we spoke about the book. I'm going to show you the animation because that shows you all of the dishes. But before we do that, I just want to show you what I've done here, because check this out. I've sort of done this taco seasoned meat, right? So what I'm going to do here is just bring my tostadas over. I put a big generous spoonful. Look how generous that spoon is. So you're feeding the masses. And by the way, I'm probably only going to use half of the meat that's in this because there's an 8-cup capacity, right? So really big, generous capacity. Then onto those tostadas, I put a little bit of cotija cheese.
Nice.
I've got some cilantro over there. I've got a little bit of sour cream as well that I can put just a little dollop on each one of those.
Looks amazing.
So talk about a beautiful little snack or a little Taco Tuesday that's coming up. And then, of course, look at what I did. I only used half of the mix to make those. So just to show you the capacity, you are literally cooking for the whole family. 8 cups is the capacity of this baby.
That is so much more than it looks like or it sounds like. When you hear 2 quarts, you think, well, that's going to be limiting. But even for a family of 4 or 5, you can see that's plenty when it comes to even making the taco meat and all the things that you want to make, from the soups and the stews to the couscous to, I have got some cinnamon apples brewing here. It's smelling so good in the studio. We've got white rice and orzo soup, and you name it. You could even bake in this, and we'll talk more about that. To bake your brownies, for goodness sakes. But what is that yummy looking dish?
So this is pasta. This is one of those beautiful, this is a pesto pasta that we make right here in the multi-cooker. Let me just take my spoon out for just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and dump this out for you just to, again, show you the quantity of food. And by the way, look at the cleanup, or lack of cleanup is what I should be saying, because there's hardly anything left in there. And then have a look at that beautiful dish. Now, let's jump into that animation for the book, because I want to show you how many different types of food that you'll be making. Yes, you can pick the book up. Now, you're not limited. We could have written 200 recipes for this beautiful thing with all of the functions that it has, but we chose 56 of our favorites. Here's what we're giving you. There's 4 breakfasts, there's 5 appetizers, there's 9 soups. Yes, you can make soups and stews in this. There's 10 different main dishes, 9 different side dishes. Lots of those are rice and grain. 17 desserts, 3 of them